if you want to go forward, you have to listen to Pakistan also. We have a great problem because of Indian construction of dams. At the same time, we are facing a lot of trouble from Afghanistan. The whole insurgency and whole problem that is Pakistan facing at the moment in war on terror from the north to south till Karachi, it is all being financed and backed what we feel from Afghanistan by India through Afghans. Now these questions also have to be answered. I think this was the first meeting, and in this meeting we need to go forward. If you go back to 2008, we can go back to 1971, we can go back to 1983, right? So we need to go forward. And international affairs, what I did not like once you were calling my Prime Minister as instead of Mr. Nawaz Sharif, Nawaz Sharif. He is Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, or Mr. Nawaz Sharif. I would never like to call Mr. Modi Narendra Modi. I call him Mr. Narendra Modi or Modi Saab. Similarly, Nawaz Sharif is Mr. Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
So,
yes.
So I repeat to you, Colonel Shafqat Saeed. I repeat to you that Mr. Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, had said that we don't want our territory to be used for terrorist activities. And 3 days back, our consulate got attacked in Herat. And everybody knows who was behind it. Your military establishment. I spoke to Hamid Karzai earlier today, who told me that Lashkar-e-Toiba, headed by Hafiz Saeed,
Arnab, can you give me 1 minute?
Organized that attack.
Can you, Arnab, can you give me 1 minute?
I want MJ Akbar to respond. So, Abid Rao, because I have limited time with MJ Akbar, let me get him to respond. We are going to take this discussion forward. MJ Akbar, would you? I saw you nodding your head
what I'm
there
saying.
With disappointment. I don't know MJ Akbar. What was so incriminating? Yes. Yes, MJ.
Arnab, can I speak?
May I please have a point? Arnab, may I please make my point, since you asked me?
Arnab, can I add?
Let MJ Akbar complete. Gentlemen, let MJ Akbar complete, and then we are going to continue the debate. MJ Akbar, please.
You know, Arnab, I've heard many things in this age-old debate between India and Pakistan. I mean, not all of them have any sort of element of truth in it. But one of the most ridiculous, absolutely the most ridiculous things that I have ever heard is this accusation that India is financing the Taliban in Afghanistan. I mean, is everybody completely bizarre and mad?
No.
That India should finance the biggest enemies of India?
No, I did not say that.
This is stupid.
I did not say that.
I'm sorry to say, sir, this is very stupid. And please do not assume that the Indian establishment or the Indian government is, you may disagree with it, that's all right, but we are not stupid. So please don't say that. I mean, let us really use this opportunity of, you have a recently new government, you want to rake up the past. Let me just tell you, sir, that, you know, we are talking of one right of which there has been full judicial accountability. And in that judicial accountability, nobody has been able to lay a finger on our present Prime Minister.
I have a question for you, Mr.
And let me now continue.
I have a question for you, Mr.
There are thousands of Pakistanis, Muslims who are being killed, you know, every week and every year. And there is absolutely no accountability and no judicial accountability. But for God's sake, you know, we don't want to discuss the duplicity over Kargil and so on and so forth. Let us use this opportunity. We are, as I said, on the brink of a time of 2015 when NATO is going to vacate. There are serious problems ahead, sir, for your country. There are serious problems ahead for our region as a whole. There are serious problems ahead for Afghanistan. Please let us find the voice of sanity in this madness. Let us find a way of working together. And I said, let three national interests find some convergence so that we can move forward. First, let us identify the common enemy.
I think MJ, thanks. MJ, thanks. By the way, I welcome Dr. Farid, Ahmed, Malik, Sheshadri, Chari, GD Bakshi. Let me get them in. Colonel Shafqat Saeed, please understand one thing. I feel today that you're overreacting.
I want
with
to
respect
answer your
to you
question.
and to
I had not finished.
Rao.
You did not hear me. No, I'm not referring to Rao Saab.
Sir, I asked you the question about Nawaz Sharif.
What I wanted to say. Well, that was my observation. I never wanted you to keep me quiet and leave me. I want to add to this. I am on your program. Arnab, can you hear me?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Please do speak.
Okay,
Our
I'm
other panelists
saying
also waiting.
that
But
the
since you say
requirement
so,
of the
go ahead.
region is peace. The requirement of this region, Pakistan and India, is peace. Mr. Nawaz Sharif and Mr. Modi has a chance of life to get themselves high on the pedestal in history by bringing peace to the region.
Sir,
And the peace would not come if they keep beating
let's be
about the bush
realistic.
on old issues. They need to move forward. They must address each other's concern. It is not that being a big brother or big neighbor, you can force your concern on us, you can put 5 points in front of us. Once you show
Sir,
your concern,
I want to
please
say this.
ask Mr. Nawaz Sharif.
No, sir.
Also.
Shafqat Saeed. Shafqat Saeed, our guests in New Delhi want to respond. And by the way, no, let me say one thing to you, sir. One minute. The gentleman who just spoke before you, who you called Mr., is with respect, his name is Mr. M.J. Akbar. And you will see more of him in the days ahead as a BJP spokesperson. By the way, you know, the point now is, I feel, Sheshadri, Chari and G.D. Bakshi, I feel today that actually Narendra Modi has written the script for the peace process with Pakistan. Give us the voice samples, act on 2611, stop using your country as a base of terror, and the fourth and very simple point is move on the 2611 trial. I think it's very fundamental.
Mr.
Why are our
Arnab,
guests from
you
Pakistan
are
responding in the way that they are?
just
G.D.
trying
Bakshi and
to-
Sheshadri Chari. Yes, please.
Mr.
G.D.
Arnab,
Bakshi.
you are just-
No, sir, G.D. Bakshi, please.
I would kindly,
just trying
Colonel
to
साहब,
focus
थोड़ा सा
on your
आप
own
मुझे भी
concern.
मौका दीजिए. No, देखिए, please,
मैंने बात ही नहीं की अभी
can
तक
I
आप
just
मौका
put
मुझसे
in a
मांग रहे हैं
word?
मौका
Yes.
आप अर्नाब साहब बोल रहे हैं और
अरे
आप बोल
जनाब,
रहे
मैं
हैं
तो चुप बैठा हूँ,
मैं बात करना
बिल्कुल.
शुरू करता हूँ आप मुझे खामोश कर देते
आप
हैं
मुझे 1 मिनट दे दीजिए, फिर हम आपकी सुन लेंगे. अच्छा, देखिए
आप सारा
साहब,
टाइम
ऐसा
आपका है
है,
भाई, मुझे आपने
any
बुलाया है.
country, ऐसा, okay, कोई भी, any country, the primary duty of the state is to preserve the life and liberty of its citizens.
Yeah.
Any country has to preserve the life and liberty of its citizens. And may I give you some statistics? In 1980, the ISI started interfering in Punjab. 21,000 Indian citizens were killed
Yeah, again,
in that state
please, for
before
God's
we
sake,
got
I
that
don't want to
problem
go
under
back.
control.
Let him
Yeah,
complete.
let's
Let
talk
him
about
complete.
details.
He heard you.
I didn't
Again, he's talking about
butt in.
past. I don't
didn't
want
butt
to
in.
do that. I'm
आप
a
सुन
peace
तो लीजिए.
student.
No, please आप सुन लीजिए ना. आप हमारी तकरीर भी सुनिए. आप हमारी तकरीर भी सुन लीजिए, हम आपकी सुनेंगे. अच्छा देखिए साहब, 21,000 Indian citizens were killed in Punjab. 42,000 innocent Indian women and children and innocent old men inclusive have been killed in Jammu and Kashmir because of ISI-sponsored terrorism. 15,000 plus have been killed in the cities of India. And I say, देखिए साहब, आप भी सिपाही हैं, मैं भी सिपाही हूँ. You are a soldier, I am a soldier. We are paid to fight. And if we have to fight, let us fight. Let's keep the women and children out.
Well said, well said.
Exploding IEDs in the cities. You kill innocent women and children.
I agree with
ये
you.
क्या लड़ाई का तरीका है साहब? कुरान शरीफ में साफ लिखा है, जिहाद में औरतों की जान, बच्चों की जान, बूढ़ों की जान बख्श दी जाए. और ये जो तरीका आपने चुना है, ये लड़ाई का तरीका, ये तो आप पहला वार तो औरतें, बच्चों और बूढ़ों पे कर रहे हैं. ये कौन सा तरीका है?
Sheshadri Chari, Abid Rao said at the beginning, I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long. And by the way, our next guest is Sheshadri Chari. 1 minute सुन लीजिए. जो भारत में जो point of view है, सुन लीजिए, Colonel साहब. Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, please listen tonight. By the way, Sheshadri Chari is convener of the BJP's Foreign Affairs Cell. I think, and Farid Malik, welcome. I think he's one of those people who, along with MJ Akbar, will have a role in communicating and shaping the government's point of view on Pakistan. नहीं, अभी आपके पास जा रहे हैं. 2 मिनट दीजिए. Sheshadri Chari, Abid Rao said at the start of the discussion that this is what Modi should not have done. 1 minute. This is what Modi should not have done. We did not expect this. Almost in an accusatory tone, he said he has spoiled the atmospherics by putting these issues before Nawaz Sharif. Is there anything unusual in what Mr. Modi has said or articulated today in his meetings, what we hear?
You know, when this whole idea of inviting the SAARC leaders was mooted, and Mr. Narendra Modi very in all his sincerity, he took up this issue. We don't want to make this visit Pakistan-centric. We don't want to conduct our foreign affairs also from the template of being Pakistan-centric. This entire region has certain potentials. The region has certain problems also. We don't want to go back to 47. We don't want to remind Pakistan of what they did in 1971 and what we did to them in 1971. But the last decade cannot be forgotten. Two of the most important terror attacks, the most heinous ones, the attack on Indian Parliament and the attack in Mumbai.
26/11.
These two are too serious a matter to be erased from the public memory in this country. It's too serious.
Okay.
So I think Pakistan has to answer somewhere. Mr. Nawaz Sharif has taken a very bold step by sidestepping their own army. Whatever may be the quid pro quo, the army wants to use Musharraf as a quid pro quo probably, because the army would never like its own former general and the chief to be paraded in the court in this manner.
Yeah.
So probably there is a quid pro quo to make Musharraf get out and give him a decent exit route. Whatever it is their internal problem. We are not worried about it. But Nawaz Sharif has sent a very strong signal to the Pakistani army. Whether he will be able to keep it that way, keep them under control, is another issue. What India expects in the minimum is to act on the promises that they made on the terror front.
Precisely.
Two, number one, bring to books all those who were involved in the earlier terror acts. Two, stop all further terror activities in your country, which according to you is in your own interest.
Which was your own promise.
Absolutely.
Before the elections.
It was their promise and it is there in Indian
So why
interest.
then this reaction?
But as far as radicalization element is concerned, I strongly refute this idea that radicalization is a common problem. It is not. Radicalization of the army, fundamentalism, is a unique problem to Pakistan. In fact, it is not even an issue with, say, Bhutan, Nepal,
Agreed.
or any other country.
No, what I said was the fear of fundamentalism and radicalism spreading from Pakistan and affecting,
which is a serious issue, which is also affecting India-Afghanistan relationship.
Agreed.
And therefore, we are more interested and more serious in Afghanistan, Pakistan, India working together in the best interest of Pakistan, the economic interest. And that is why the statement put out by the MEA specifically says, it quotes Mr. Narendra Modi as saying that the economic issues can take off from today. Pakistan, Mr. Nawaz Sharif can go back to Islamabad and tomorrow he can make an announcement on the MFN status. He is free to do that. That will be a good beginning for him. We are not expecting him to dismantle the terror mechanism day after tomorrow. But at least on trade he can do something.
Precisely. But you know what really has been the problem, and Dr. Farid Ahmed Malik. No, I just want to get Dr. Farid Ahmed Malik. After this I'm opening up. After that, Colonel Shafqat Saeed, we are opening up the debate.
This was
okay, go ahead. 1 minute to you. Farid Ahmed Malik after that.
1 minute to me also.
Okay.
1 minute.
Farid Malik sahab, 10 minute ka 1 minute.
Yes, Abid Rao, I will.
Irshad.
I just need 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay, since you're both being so polite to each other from Islamabad and Lahore, let me say, let Abid Rao go first, please. Abid Rao, yes.
Okay, Arnab, I never said that Mr. Narendra Modi should have only done this. I said that besides this, what are Pakistan's concern? You should have also mentioned about that. Some of your media were using the problem K. What is K? I mean, are you in a state of denial? I mean, unless you go for overall solution, overall dialogue, things will not settle. What Mr. M.J. Akbar has said, I really respect his opinion. He is a very seasoned journalist. I have read his book, Tinderbox, also. And I tend to agree with most of the things what he has said. But then Pakistan should not be held on a bully, dialogue that Pakistan should do this, and be accountable for not doing something. You recall, after 26/11 attacks, Pakistani government kept requesting Indian government to be a partner in joint investigation. Indian arrogance and hegemonistic attitude refuse to share
Sir,
any such
completely
information.
wrong.
Please let me
No. This is where I will not accept what you're saying. Abid Rao, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Abid Rao. No, I'm sorry, Abid Rao. On that I don't agree with you.
I know that.
No, I'll tell you this. I will not agree with you because I'll tell you the facts. Sir, I'll tell you the facts on 26/11. The fact on.
I'm telling you what I know.
Sir, the facts
I know
on.
you must be knowing more than me.
Sir, but let me tell you what is
Pakistan
globally
decided
known.
Not to be used against
What is
India
globally
or
known
Afghanistan
is
or
that,
anybody.
1 minute,
Was
Abid Rao, I will now state some facts. I request you on 26/11, on 26/11, I request you, I plead to you, before I go across to our next guest from Pakistan, please hear me. You started your 26/11 trial in 2009, right? 5 years then, the trial hasn't concluded. Whereas in India, the case is concluded even after Kasab was asked and allowed to exercise all his legal options. I would like to remind you that under Section 19(7) of the Pakistan Anti-Terrorism Act, the speedy trial of the accused is mandatory. You are violating your own rule book on the matter. You appointed a judge who was just about to retire to head the 26/11 trial when it first commenced in March 2009, sir. Let me tell you that's a fact. That is indicative of your lack of seriousness. Since then, the judge in this case has been changed more than 1 minute. I haven't finished. Sir, I haven't finished. Since then, you've changed your judges in this case more than 5 times. Your prosecution lawyers in this case, sir. Your prosecution lawyers themselves are saying they are facing threats from the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, which is a polite name for the Lashkar-e-Toiba, for daring to take up the case. Your in-camera trial, where is it proceeding? Why is the media not allowed to see the judicial system at work themselves? Why is there such a secrecy over this trial? It adds to the belief that this is not a trial, this is a charade. And my question today, and I put that question to Dr. Farid Ahmed Malik, is that when Narendra Modi tells Nawaz Sharif that please act on it, then all the guests from Pakistan feel he's exceeded his brief. Why? He's done the basic thing. Manmohan Singh should have made the same point more effectively when he had the opportunity to. Dr. Malik, what do you think?
I've repeatedly covered this question. The point is, terrorism is a serious issue. It is affecting the entire region. Pakistan itself a victim of terrorism. If we keep on harking on old issues and old wounds, we will not move forward. I believe Pakistan is doing what it can do. We are ourselves a victim of terrorism. We are trying to resolve issues. We have to move forward. Today I read an article by Kuldeep Nayyar that 600 million people sleep hungry every night in India. 50 million people sleep hungry in Pakistan. 70 million children can't go to school. And there are serious problems, serious issues in this region. And we keep on harping on
old. So you can't keep saying we are in trouble.
History,
every time we ask you a question, you say we are in trouble ourselves.
Move on. What I don't
understand
is...
Move on from what?
Why can't we move on?
No, let's... 1 second, Maroof, Bakshi.
We have to move on.
You move on from 26/11 to Herat, which is yesterday, day before yesterday.
Move on from today.
You said don't go back in the past. Okay, fine. But we are telling you, Herat is not the past, it is the present.
Try to resolve issues.
And the second thing, please, 1 minute sun lijiye. The second thing is that you have a narrative of victimhood. That we are the victims of terrorism. You see, the fact is, you raised those terrorist tanzeems. आपने सांपों को पाला, दूध पिलाया, आज आपको काट रहे हैं और आप कह रहे हैं कि साहब हमें सांप काट रहे हैं. अरे साहब आपने खड़े किए. This narrative of victimhood, I'm sorry, is not convincing. It will not wash. आप सांपों को दूध पिलाएं. ये देखिए, आप सांपों को दूध पिलाएं तो क्या होगा सर?
सुपर पावर ने बनाया था. वो दुनिया की सुपर पावर ने बनाया था. हमने नहीं बनाया
था ना साहब.
हम तो छोटे प्लेयर हैं.
एक मिनट इसका सारी जो बातचीत हो रही है बात सुन ली डॉक्टर मलिक साहब. सिंपल ये बात है. द एंटायर इशू कैन बी सॉल्व. यू गिव अस द वॉइस सैंपल्स ऑफ ज़कीर रहमान लखवी. We want the voice samples of Zakir Rahman Lakhvi. That's all. As per reports, the voice samples of 2 of the arrested terrorists match with the voice samples that have been sent to Pakistan by the Indian authorities. Why do you want to protect Zakir Rahman Lakhvi?